Hello students, welcome to the effective learning session of Raval Convent School. Today for class 8th, we are here with another amazing topic, that is the parliament. Let's begin. Parliament is a word derived from the French expression parlement, which means speaking, and Latin word parlamentum, which means talking. It has come to mean meeting for discussion. In India, parliament is known as Sansad. Other nations have their own name, that is Diet in Japan, Congress in US, and Knesset in Israel. Being a British colony, India was influenced by the British parliamentary system to give equal representation to all to reduce the chances of dictatorship. Union legislature is also known as parliament. The parliament consists of the president, the council of state, that is Rajya Sabha, and the house of people, that is Lok Sabha. The member of both the houses is known as MPs or the members of the parliament. The parliament has to meet at least twice in a year. As I told you, the Parliament of India consists of the President, Rajya Sabha and the Lok Sabha. Now, two houses of Parliament, Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. Lok Sabha is the lower house, house of people, maximum strength 552, 530 members from the state, 20 members from Union territories, 2 members from Anglo-Indian community, nominated by a President, presided by a Speaker. Members are elected for 5 years. Rajya Sabha is the upper house, council of state, permanent house, maximum 250 seats, 238 seats selected by states and union territories, and 12 members nominated by president, presided by the chairman, vice president. Members are elected for 6 years. Now, qualification of the members of the two houses, Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. In Lok Sabha, should be an Indian citizen, not less than 25 years of age, should not hold any salaried government job, should not acquire the citizenship of another country, should be mentally sound, should not be bankrupt, no criminal procedures against him. In Rajya Sabha, should be an Indian citizen, not less than 30 years of age, should not hold any salaried government job, should not acquire the citizenship of another country, should be mentally sound, should not be bankrupt, no criminal procedures against him. Now, parties. There are two parties, ruling party and the opposition party. Ruling party is a party secured the majority of seats in the parliament. Opposition party, the party in the opposition, they act as a check on the ruling party by criticizing its policies. Now, powers. Powers of making law, putting laws into action, control over finance, power to provide justice, making few changes in the constitution. The parliament can introduce new laws and change the old one. A law is first introduced in the form of a bill. A bill is a draft of a proposed law. There are 3 categories of bill: money bill, ordinary bill and constitutional bill. First, money bill. Money bill can be introduced only in the Lok Sabha and only by the ruling party. Lok Sabha is more powerful on the issue of money bill. The Speaker of the Lok Sabha has to certify it as a money bill. After 3 readings in the Lok Sabha, the bill is sent to the Rajya Sabha. The Rajya Sabha can only make suggestions. Now, ordinary bill. Any member may introduce an ordinary bill. It can be introduced either in the Lok Sabha or in the Rajya Sabha. Once the bill is passed in one house, after the reading, it goes to the another house. If the second house want to change the bill, it may send to the house where it is originated. If the house of origin refuses to make change, up to 6 months a deadlock is created. Then the president will call for a joint session of both the houses. After discussion, the bill will be passed and then it goes to the president. If the president signs the bill, then it becomes a law, and this law is then called an act. Now, constitutional bill. This bill is used to the constitutional amendments. This can be introduced either in the Lok Sabha or in the Rajya Sabha. And in the end, I would like to say that we need a global parliament, a global government, and possibly a global ministry for security.